Hi friends, it's Darian with Darian Plans. I have a really fun plan with me this week. I'm just doing my gratitude and how I've been switching it up for this whole COVID-19 and just not being able to work. So I just had to change it up and I've been using it as a gratitude planner. And this week you'll see how my hands really wanted me to use stickers, but my heart was telling me otherwise. So it's a complete week where I just use my outliners and my pens. So I'm super excited to share with you. I hope you're having a great week and enjoy. So lately I've been turning my planner into a gratitude planner or notebook, journal, however you want to call it, and it's been working for me. I just switched it up a little bit. I'm going to kind of talk about how last week went, and then I'm just going to dive right in and start setting it up for next week. Y'all, I found my bookmarks, so I'm super excited about that. I found them. Let's just go to this month just so you can see how I've been doing it. What month is it? April. Okay. See, I don't even know what month it is anymore. So I've been using this to keep track of all Zoom calls, Bible studies, just, a lot of this quarantine time for me has just been a lot of time to rest and restore and reflect. So I've been having a lot of calls with friends and family and just filling myself up spiritually, emotionally, and physically if I can, and recreationally, all the things. Anyway, but this is where I just keep all my appointments. I don't write my appointments anymore on my weekly spread. I just keep it right here during quarantine while we're still in quarantine. So that's that. And then let me go to this past week so you can kind of see how I set it up. So pretty much how I set up this week was what I did this week was I did a reflection prompt, and I just got these from just the MakseLife Thrive book, and also just gratitude prompts that I've had in my old power sheets and just on the web. So this is the MakseLife Thrive workbook, by the way. I downloaded it and I just made it a booklet size so I can keep it in my planner. But I just had these little prompts, today's Sunday when I'm filming, but I wrote the prompts and then I wrote my responses, and then I wrote the highlight or something that happened in the other box, and then I put a one word for how I felt that day when I woke up, or I gave myself a number. So that's kind of how I set that up this past week. And then I'm doing a health and fitness accountability challenge, and so I just keep track of all that right here. And then at the end of each week, and I kind of started it a little bit, but this is kind of my weekly reflections, and every prompt that I got literally came from the Thrive workbook. Let me go to it. So she gives you a weekly reflections, and instead of printing off multiple of these and having a separate book, I really wanted to incorporate this into the planner, just because I don't have a lot to do. So it was I might as well use this for gratitude. So when I look back on it, I can just look back on this year, and also reflect. And so it's just going to be a journal and a planner all in one, and I love that. And I love that the MakseLife specifically has so much space to do that. So I took the notes and reflection page and made it pretty much just a reflection page. I always write what's working, what's not working, how I'm feeling, my needs, adjustments that I should make, growth, and things that I was most grateful for. And so, yeah, I have really been enjoying using the planner like this, and it's also allowed me to exercise more creativity in the way that I do it. And I kind of I like to use the same color scheme so I know which weekly reflection goes with what. This was this past week, and I just keep all my to-dos on my weekly actions along with my goals. In fact, because I'm here, I'm just going to highlight a few things. So yellow means that's what I want to do for the day, and then I highlight over it in orange once it's complete. So this is currently what I'm doing, so I'm just going to highlight over that so I know that that's done, and I'm so close to being done with that. So this has probably been one of my more, I guess, productive weeks, if you want to call it that. But yeah, so that's kind of how I've been doing things. And then, so I print off my memory verse for the week on Post-it notes. So last week's memory verse, there it is, and I just put it on Post-it notes because I know that I'm going to look at this, I'm going to look at my planner or write in it daily, so I can always know that my memory verse is here. So I need to actually do that for this upcoming week. But anyway, we're in a new week, and let's get started. Like I said, I got most of my talking done out the way. I'm going to write my to-do list and the goals that I have for the week on my weekly actions. And then I'm going to write my accountability challenge stuff in my habit tracker. And then I'm just going to set up my weekly spread how I want it set up for my gratitude journal this week. And then also set up my weekly reflections at the end of the week. And then I will come back and share with you how it turned out. Okay, everybody, so these are my weekly actions for the week, along with my to-do list. Anything that I need to add to it, I'll put it on a Post-it and I'll stick it on the front of my weekly actions, or I'll also put my memory verse and I'll probably put it somewhere just so I can see it on a regular basis. So this is the goals that I created for this week. Not a lot. I'm trying to do better when it comes to like motivating myself to do more like work and learning stuff, like stuff that isn't too strenuous but that I will enjoy and that brings me joy. So yeah, and then this is how the week turned out. I wanted, as you could see, I was like putting down washi and stickers, and it's like my hands were like, no, we don't want that. And so I was like, fine, I'll do what you tell me to do, hands. And so I used these 3 color mild liners, and I really liked how it turned out. So I just want to share with you how it's essentially set up. So this column's my morning check-in, this column's the gratitude, and then this column's the daily highlight. And like I said, this is for like my health and wellness stuff down here. In terms of like the daily gratitude, I am using the MakseLife. I don't know, let me see if you can see it. The MakseLife Made to Thrive, there you go. So the morning check-in, I just write down what I'm feeling, my needs, and the mantra for the day. I don't really do the mantra. It's mostly just like what I'm feeling, what's on my heart. It's just kind of like that morning when I wake up. And then in the evening, that's where I'm going to list the things that I'm grateful for. So that goes right here. And then my highlight. And so, and usually if it's something that I want to make better tomorrow, I will put it on the weekly reflections, like some like adjustments maybe. But yeah, so that's pretty much how this week is set up. I really like how those bullet points, because I think that just kind of helps. Sometimes it might be a word for me. Sometimes it might be a number. Sometimes it might be a Bible verse, but it's pretty flexible and open. And I like how structured it kind of is, because I think with everything and having life kind of be not structured right now, this is the one thing that kind of is structured. I hope that made sense. But yeah. And then this is my notes and reflections. And so the notes and reflection came from the weekly reflection page in the Thrive notebook. And so the questions are highlights, how are you feeling, what do you need right now, what's working, what's not working, adjustments, learning / how you're growing, and what I'm most grateful for. Sometimes for what I'm most grateful for, I might put someone I'm grateful for, or how I'm feeling, I might put someone who's really just like helped me out for the week. So I did the same thing, and by the way, I have this dot grit notebook that I've just been cutting up from Erin Condren and been putting it on here just because I like the layering that it adds. But same thing, just wrote the needs, what's working, what's not working, my highlights, how I'm feeling, adjustments, areas of growth, and what I'm most grateful for. So that is how I set it up for the week. I would love to know how you are using your planner during this time. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. But that is it for the week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.